125th, Brooklyn, Atlanta, Orlando, Indianapolis, Houston, and now,
Yeah.
Black Ink Radio.
Hey guys, welcome back. I'm here with Rich, as usual.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. You just got back from vacation, right?
Yes, I have.
Oh,
Just came from the lovely Cancun. It's nice out there.
I know. I bet.
I don't want to come back.
I miss the warm weather because it's getting cold and I don't appreciate it. So,
Right.
I'm ready for the summer already because it's going to be a cold winter.
Damn, you said already.
Already. Yeah, because it's going to be a cold winter. I don't do the cold, period. So, I've been kind of reading and following the Kanye West stuff. And being as, you know, I talk about mental health, I feel like he's a good topic to talk about because I think he's going through a lot right now. It's a lot going on, and I feel like we're overlooking that there's a true problem. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, just because he's Kanye West and people feel like he's doing it to like for clout or the antics are like for play and this, that, and the third, I feel like nobody's really paying attention other than maybe, you know, Kim, because she even said that he had problems. You know what I'm saying? And I could see why she kind of may have wanted to distance herself after a while, because if you're not going to get help, because you got to help yourself first. So if you're not going to get help, I can't help you. And I can't continue to put myself and other people around us through whatever you got going on too.
Danger, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he's like been making some really like bad comments about like the Jews and all that extra stuff, and it just doesn't sit right with me. And then he's hanging around with that girl, that Candace lady.
What Candace?
What's her name? I think her name is like Candace Owens or something.
Oh, that's the lady that's been dropping jewels too, hasn't she?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I get why they, okay, so everybody has their opinion.
Right, of course.
And I don't mind you expressing your opinion and whatnot, but just like you had a problem with, you know, people wearing, you know, Black Lives Matter, why would you wear that type of shirt? And then it's like you fight fire with fire instead of just like being like, okay, I'm going to be the bigger person. I'm not even going to go this way. It's like you play tit for tat, and I don't like that. It's like, you too old to be playing tit for tat, girl.
Right. What shirt she wore?
It was the shirt. So, you know, remember when Kanye wore that White Lives Matter shirt?
Yeah.
She wore it, but it was a white shirt with the words in black. So it was a picture of them both. He's wearing the black shirt with the white letters, and she's wearing a white shirt with the black letters.
Oh, and they both said white lives matter.
Yeah.
Okay. So
you know, and everybody's already on her case because she's like seems to be more so on that side than our side, which is fine because if that's where you want to be, that's where you want to be. I have no problem with that. Just I'll say this: we tend to, as a community, black community, we tend to be like, okay, well, we'll take you back. You know, we understand that you were lost, and we'll take you back. And sometimes I just be feeling like that's not what we need to be doing, because they be talking down and saying all this stuff, and then next thing you know, it's like, okay, so we're supposed to feel sorry for you when it doesn't work your way.
Right.
I don't like that.
So let me ask you a question. So I didn't know she wore the shirt. I don't know what her stance is on any of it. But when I saw that he wore the shirt, I kind of felt like he has white kids. He's in love with a white woman.
That's true. That
you
is
true.
true.
So I kind of feel like Kanye is a very smart individual, right?
Agreed.
And I feel like sometimes he's just at the point where he don't feel like he has to explain himself. And the way I took it was like, you know, he has white family members. His family, his woman is white, and the kids are white, you know, whether we like it or not. You know, and I just feel like he was really, you know, saying, what about them? Because he loves them too.
Then wear an all lives matter shirt.
Yeah.
Why you couldn't do that? than if you were trying to.
I think in that aspect, he was just trying to piss people off still.
And see, that's why nobody thinks he may have a real issue, though, an underlining issue, and be trying to tell that man to get some help. Like, what he's doing is a lot. Like, that's a lot.
You don't think a lot of this is on purpose?
You never know. That's what I'm saying. You never know. But his wife has already said that he suffers from disorders.
Oh, okay.
So
no, he definitely does, and he says it. And one thing he says that I can respect is, you know, he was like, why didn't you? If you see my documentary, he was like, the third part tells you sometimes you got to mute Kanye. That's what he said. Sometimes you got to mute Kanye and know when to, you know, turn him off. So
let him spiral.
I feel like he knows that sometimes he's a little lost and off, but I feel like he enjoys it somewhat for some reason.
Being lost.
No, just being a straight up asshole.
It's just a straight up asshole. I
mean,
mean,
just doing things that he know is gonna fuck with people.
So you just pay Kanye no mind?
I don't pay him no mind because a lot of that shit he's saying be hitting home. That boy be talking some shit. The thing is I feel like people make him out to be crazy because he's probably saying some stuff that's really real that we don't know because he's in those rooms and nobody else will talk about it. Because he always say, yo, I might die after this or they're going to try to kill me. But he really be saying some stuff. He be talking about stuff that we know got to be true because at the end of the day, you know, them people move how they move. You know, and he was talking about how, you know, the Jews be saying I own this, or he be saying, yo, I got a phone call from this person. They said this. He be exposing people. So my thing is the best way to deal with him is to make him seem like he's crazy,
like a conspiracy.
Not a conspiracy. Just make him seem like he's crazy. I mean, you know, this country controls the narrative of everything.
Absolutely.
So they're gonna feed the media what they want the media to say, and if you are exposing our secrets. We can't get rid of you, so what we're gonna do is if we can make you look crazy, then we're not gonna bother you. But at the end of the day, we can make him look crazy. So let's just make him look crazy. Nobody's gonna believe him, and he could just continue to talk all the shit he wants. And what it does is it lets us hide in plain sight. He's telling y'all the truth, and because the crazy one is saying it, y'all not gonna believe it. And then by the time y'all sit and look back and say, yo,
that's true.
By the time y'all say, yo, that nigga was telling the truth, it's too late.
I mean, but I guess that's kind of always how history kind of is. It's always repeating itself, maybe. So I guess you could be right.
Yeah, and like you said, it's my opinion, and we don't know the truth.
Facts.
But the thing is I know a lot of really smart individuals who appear to be crazy because if you don't understand something, you call it crazy. And he speaks on a different level. When that man talks, he's giving it like. He's talking about he's talking about the person who owns Planned Parenthood and this and that and this is like, how you got all these facts in your brain? Like other people talk and they be like, yeah, the white people do this or the black people do that. This nigga be like, this person owns this and this person does that and this is why they doing it. He be really like, you feel me? But I think at some point he knows that they trying to make him out to be crazy. So what he does is he just does crazy shit. That's what I think. I think he just
on purpose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that shit he said when he gave the presidential speech, and they only played a piece of it. Remember that? What did he say? Oh man, somebody played a clip of it recently. He said something where he was like, he said something really really bad. Remember he had the vest on, the bulletproof vest, and he was giving a speech or something.
I don't know.
It was one of the worst things he ever said. It's the worst thing he ever said. But the thing is when the clip they play, it sounds really bad. But then when you listen to the rest of it, his reasoning for what he said made sense. Okay. And that's what they do to him, I feel, you know?
And you said this was a speech.
He was on stage and he was talking and he said something crazy. And it was like, everybody was like, he looked like he was flustered a little bit. This is when he was running for president.
Oh, when he was running for president.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. No, I didn't know. Okay. I knew he was doing that. But I didn't hear that speech, so maybe I'm gonna go look back and check it out. Cause
the funny shit is I have it. I do have it. I would have to look it up because I played it on somebody else's show.
And okay, well,
I have the video. But all I'm saying is to say that they I feel like they do that. Do I feel like he has mental issues? Of course. We all do. And I feel like he displayed that from the beginning of his career. Like, I feel like his mental issues is what actually got him to where he's at. Because he wasn't taking no for an answer. People are ignoring this man in the Rockefeller office, and he's still playing his music. Like, you got to be a little, retarded to sit there and keep pushing something that everybody's like pushing you away. And he already knew where he was gonna go. You feel me? So I kind of feel like it was just there's some type of disorder. You know how they say artistic people, autism, how they focus so hard that they be really good at one thing.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's what it was with him.
Like he's on a spectrum.
Yeah, like it's something like you said, he has issues. I'm not doubting definitely. That, but I don't think that the things that he's saying has anything to do with that.
Yeah, but I'm not saying to go get like medicated or anything, but maybe just kind of talk about like what he may be going through, because you never know what he may be going through, because it's a lot. Like he's in the spotlight. He's dealing with the thing with his ex-wife and the children and the rest of us,
his mom, everything.
So like I just feel like I would hope that he has somebody that he can really talk to and really express himself to.
Yeah, that's very important.
Yeah, like that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying like go out and put him on drugs and this, that, and the third. Right, no, right. But he does. He does have feelings. He's still a human being. Yeah. So it's like he may be going through a lot. That's all I'm saying.
No, I agree. I definitely agree. I agree.
Shoot, that's all I'm saying. But I mean, that's why I say take a vacation, take a mental break. Because what's going on right now is just a lot. Everybody's going through a lot of things.
Yeah, that's true.
Like your home state, for instance.
New York?
Yes.
What's going on with that?
I read a story how like the workers, like people who work regular jobs have to like clock in almost like 100 hours in order to like make ends meet.
For real?
Yeah.
Well, New York has always been very. New York has always been very expensive to live in.
That's ridiculous. But for what? Because you guys have no space in that little ass area. I mean, not all of New York, because I know there's other there's suburban and more spaced out rural areas.
Yeah, there's New York City and New York State.
Right.
But the city has always been like my grandmother's house, right? Is connected on both sides, right? And a little ass front yard, like barely a yard. You could fit one car in that yard, like literally front to back, side to side, one car, and then you'd have to walk around the side of the car. It's like no space other than for that car. The backyard is the same way, right? $450,000.
Jesus.
And it's only it's a 2.5 bedroom and 1.5 bathroom.
That's crazy.
She changed the bottom of it to make it so that she made that into an apartment as well.
Okay.
But yeah, it's that and that's crazy to be paying that type of money.
It is ridiculous to pay that type of money. I don't want to pay all that money. And see, could you imagine like having to work 100 hours a week just to make sure that you're good?
Yeah, that's crazy.
And we live in America. That's so. That's too much.
That's that price to pay. But Cali ain't no different.
That's true.
Cali ain't no different.
But they're doing a little bit more for their citizens though out there than New York is trying to do. New York ain't trying
to do shit. They think if you can't afford it, just don't come here.
Period. I feel that way about DC too, because it's expensive in my area as well for no reason.
The funny thing is, I always felt like DC should be expensive because the White House there and the Capitol and shit like that. The White House is in D.C., right?
Yeah.
But the Capitol is not. Was it? Yeah, the Capitol
is
in D.C.
Everything's in D.C.
I always felt like that should have been like. That's why I never understood why it was so hood over there.
It's hood. Oh, I mean, not really now. I mean, they're trying to like kind of wipe that out. They're trying to gentrify everything. So it's not. I mean, it's bad, but not as bad as it used to be because they're pushing people out, which is also a bad thing. I mean, it's a good thing, but bad thing at the same time. I say that because it's a good thing that they're pushing out certain types of people who aren't doing anything but damaging the city.
Right.
But it's bad because you got people who can't afford to live somewhere else. And that's like all they're able to, afford. So that's the bad part about that whole situation. But I can understand why the city wants to kind of clean it up and like kind of get it together because they want the revenue. They want more businesses to come and more tourists to come out there. You don't want nobody coming in there hearing about the hood around the corner. You gotta watch your car and this, that, and the third.
You got fucking foreign leaders flying into there. You got you know what I'm saying? Like the rulers of the world are in this place.
But look, when you riding through DC, there are different like areas. So like the areas where the diplomats and stuff live at, it's beautiful. It's a completely different atmosphere than what you would see kind of like on 9th Street, U Street. Southeast is completely different.
And this is kind of far from each other?
No. DC is only 10 miles, I believe.
Oh, no.
Like, all around. So, it's... I know, right?
So, these dignitaries don't even know that they're right down the block from gunshots and crack.
Yeah, it could be a couple of blocks away, and it totally different look. You got, like, along Rocky Creek. It's a lot of beautiful houses up there. That's, like, along, like the river and stuff like that. Right. I believe down there, like, Georgetown and whatnot, but it's beautiful back there. They got some beautiful $1 million homes back there that are like spaced out. But in my mind, I'm like, damn, how did they do this in 10 miles?
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's so small. It looks big, but it's really small.
It's small. That's crazy.
Yeah, very crazy. But I like kind of where I live at. I like being in a suburban area. I think it gives me more of a peace of mind. Like, it's not too chaotic. DC, right? No, I'm like 20-30 minutes outside of DC.
Okay.
So I travel back and forth to party. I don't like all the chaos when I'm living my regular everyday life. I like the simplicity.
That's how I feel about here. I live outside the city like that, 30 minutes.
Okay. See, so we in the same like. Yeah. I feel like it's okay to travel to do stuff like that, but when I'm trying to like have peace and like calmness, it would not be in the city.
Yeah,
I couldn't mentally handle all that noise and all of the extra. Like my mom always tells me the reason why I bite my fingernails is because of all the noise from when I was growing up.
Oh wow.
Yeah, from the nervousness and things like that. But that's just what I do, and I stay in like I said, a suburban area, so it's not too much going on. I mean, there are things that go on, especially as of lately. I don't know what the hell been going on, but it's more quiet, and I like it being quiet versus all of this. Like, I like to leave that at the end of the day and just go back to my sanctuary where it's quiet, and then live my little life. Got my dog, got my son, and just happy.
Right.
So mentally, I'm straight.
Right.
So, and I don't got to worry. Yeah, I don't got to worry. Like, that's what I'm saying. It meant, like, when you're dealing with having to worry about rent and utilities and making ends meet, that's a lot on your mental.
Yeah.
And I just feel like as much as they already take from us, like, how you going to keep raising prices? Like, you're not raising our salaries, but you're raising the things that we need to live.
Right, yeah.
It's not cool. Like,
yeah, I never understood that part because it's like, yeah, you could raise the cost of living, but you're not raising, like you said, like
exactly.
The money. Like, how does that work?
You see what I'm saying? So how do you expect me to afford this and afford that? You want to cut like the programs, and you don't want to give me this much because to you I'm making this much, and you're not including like bills and rent I'm paying and all that extra stuff. it's just madness. And that's why a lot of people are dealing with a lot of what they're dealing with now too, because that shit can become stressful.
Yeah, and the crazy part is sometimes they will raise like minimum wage, but that doesn't affect the people making over with a minimum wage. Just because they raise minimum wage don't mean you're gonna raise everybody's salary. You just raising for the low level people, and that ain't fair because it's the people who are up is still where they at. Yeah, it's like I know people that have 6-figure salaries in New York, and they have roommates. Like they live in Manhattan, and it's like more than one person living in a house. You know what I'm saying? That shit's crazy.
Yeah. And it shouldn't be, especially when you're making 6 figures. I shouldn't, but that's my point. We're paying like outrageously for things we need to have.
Facts.
Just, I get paying for the to purify our water, but we need that.
I don't get that. That should be a government.
We need clean water.
We need the water. That should be on the government. Like, why are we paying for that?
To clean it?
Paying for something free.
That's true. That and I also saw on Instagram somebody was like, why are we paying for air too? Like at the gas station, that shit should be free.
Right, pump air in your tires.
But shout outs to Wawa because Wawa definitely gives air for free. So I fucks with Wawa.
QT does too.
Okay, you guys have Wawas down here?
No, we only have QT.
Okay, so your QT's like Wawa.
Wawa though.
Really?
Yeah, if we get Wawa, QT gonna be in trouble because
Wawa's dope.
Because Wawa got all that food.
Yes.
And QT don't have that. And imagine having all that food. Is it 24 hours?
Yeah.
The food too. Right?
Yes, 24 hours.
Oh my God. Yeah, QT will be in trouble.
They not 24 hours?
No, QT is 24 hours, but all they got for food is like rolling them hot dogs is rolling around. That's it.
Ew.
That's it. It's hot dogs. Ain't no other food.
Wawa, they got like all types of stuff, but I mean that's what you would get like. Well, that's my mom and my son love Wawa, like going to Wawa, getting the shakes and all that extra stuff. But me personally, that's something I would get if I'm leaving the club, if I don't want no Waffle House,
right?
Because I don't fuck with IHOP.
Yeah, I haven't been to IHOP in years.
Yeah, IHOP is not where it's at for me. So if you ever want to know what I like for breakfast, it's Waffle House. Because I don't do IHOP.
So I ain't doing IHOP.
Yeah, because people always like, let's go to IHOP. And I'll be looking at them like, get your life together.
I think IHOP actually, Waffle House tastes better.
I think so.
But it's like, IHOP is way cleaner. But I guess that's just it depends on how you feel. Because if it ain't a nigga looking like a crackhead cooking your food or a woman in Waffle House, it ain't gonna be good.
Why does everybody say that?
Because it's the truth. The nigga ain't smoking a cigarette over your eggs, you ain't gonna like it.
My mom and dad said the same thing. My mom and dad said the same thing. They from the South. My dad's from the South, so he says the same thing. I look, as long as my food is good and I don't see you dripping nothing in my food, I'm straight.
Oh no, he ain't gonna see that cigarette ain't gonna fall in there now. He know what he doing. But I tell you this, if it ain't a nigga that look like that, then you ain't gonna. They be like crackhead looking women, men, but they be cooking the shit out that food. I tell you that.
Yes, they do, child. I got one near me. I love that little bunch of people because they be cooking their ass off, okay, man. And they be moving. So I have started taking the food stamps, right? Did they?
That's how they about to start winning. They take food stamps now.
Oh yeah, Waffle House don't do that.
Hell no.
They don't even take orders via phone and online, but that's how you know they good because they ain't got to do that shit.
They don't need that. Yeah, don't call us. Don't bother. Just pull up.
Yeah, they don't need to do all that. So hey, I don't know. Food makes me happy. I love eating food.
Right.
So like that is definitely my go-to. I love to smoke a nice J and go eat.
Right.
I'll take adventures to go eat. But like I said, like I've been doing a lot of things that are just for like my satisfaction, like me satisfying me, loving me, and doing things for me. Like that's how I'm keeping myself mentally balanced.
But see, that's like we was talking about a little earlier. That's where age comes into play. You start to get to a certain age where you start to tell yourself, you know what you want. Mm-hmm. You know what's going to make you happy. And your happiness starts to become more important than other people's. So with age and maturity comes the self-love. And you know what I'm saying? That's why,
Absolutely.
like I was saying earlier, like, shit, I love being the age I am because, you know, when I was younger, it was fun, but it was a lot of fun doing dumb shit. Like, you know, risking yourself, and it was just a lot of, you know, unnecessary dumb shit. Now that I'm older, I'm enjoying life on another level because, you know, like I said, you get to know yourself. You know what you want, you know what you don't want. And it's a little more satisfying to do certain things. You know, you can enjoy going for a fucking walk or enjoy just going to do something regular now more than you would before. It had to be some excitement involved. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I like it.
I don't know. Okay, so I had points like when I was having my around the sun year, like, you know, my birthday. I used to freak out a little bit. And I don't know. I just used to do that. Like, I just feel like time was moving too fast and I wasn't where I needed to be, like how I wanted it to be. Like, I was set, like, you know how you set goals for yourself and you just feel like you haven't achieved them, like you needed to achieve them. Like, I was losing it for a second. And then, like, I want to say, like, I met a nice little, a new group of people when I hit like 29, 30. And they kind of were a little bit older than me, and they kind of just, you know, was like, chill out, relax, like it's okay.
It's okay. You have time. Trust us.
Because I don't know. I don't know if it was something about what I was seeing other people doing, and see, that's why, like, I be trying to tell people, like, social media is
damaging.
Yeah, because it'll have your mind warped, like.
Damn,
like
I ain't where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah,
this little 22-year-old got a rafe.
Right, like it be having you tripping. And I know I'm not the only person who's ever dealt with that.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
With me before, I'll see rappers or see certain people and feel like, man, like, you know, I need to step it up. Like, and then you hear people talking. A lot of this shit don't even be real. You know what I'm saying? As far as, like, they make it seem like they rich or they doing certain things, and then you looking at it like. And they make it seem easy, like, man, I make this much a day. I do this, I do that. Oh,
right.
I look at it like, damn, man, I need to step it up. You know what I'm saying? I'm only making $500 a day. This nigga making $5,000 a day.
Exactly.
Like, no, you not. You know what I'm saying? But even if you are, it don't matter. That's you. That's your path. I should be happy with my growth, where I'm at, and how far I've come.
There you go. And
you know
eventually, right.
I'll surpass that.
I had to learn how to calm down and relax and just kind of focus on, like, being in the present and just dealing with what's going on now and not trying to, like, force anything. And then I kind of got more into my spirituality and dealing with my chakras, you know, and whatnot. And kind of just becoming more one with myself and learning about me and learning my pace and knowing that I can do it. It's just like I'm pacing myself and it's gonna come when it's supposed to come, and, you know, God has a path for me and I don't have to rush it because he got it. So I gotta relax. And shouts out to my girl Cam, because she told me when you hit your 30s, that's when your life begins, because you're flourishing. You done went through all you needed to go through, and now you've learned, and you're gonna just keep pushing, and you're gonna do what you need to do. And I just love her for that, because I was like, damn, I'm about to hit 30 and I don't know what the fuck I'm about to do. So shouts out to Cam.
Shout out to Cam. Let's show us some love.
Yes. So I just want other people to know, like, it's okay, because I went through it. Plenty of people have went through it, where you gotta, like, just take a step back and be like, I'm all right.
I think we don't look at it like how, like, we could look at a caterpillar, you know, go into a cocoon and turn into a butterfly.
Oh, good analogy. I love that analogy.
We don't look at ourselves like going through those type of transformations. We don't realize, like, as I've gotten older, I can look at like for instance, you know, we 21, 22, you're looking at those girls while you're 21 and 22, right? Mm-hmm. Now that I'm my age, I can see a 22-year-old and look at her and say, that is not a fully developed woman. I don't give a fuck if she's 22. That her body, like, as I'm older, I can see that that's not a fully developed body. That's not, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Like these women who are 30 and, you know, your body is in its prime at that point to me, because it's like it's settled in where it's gonna be, and that's the best place. You know what I'm saying? That's the best place to look at it. I feel like we don't look at it like that. We don't see ourselves like animals that go through those stages. Like I said, a cocoon to a butterfly, or you know, just any animal that like a rose. You see a rose growing, right? Right before it dies is when it's at its biggest. You know what I'm saying? At its most beautiful. Period. Now it has a short lifespan, so it they seem to die fast after they turn beautiful. But if you look at the span of the life, it's beautiful for a lot longer than it's ugly. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, like, we gotta learn to look at ourselves like that and understand that those beginning years are learning yourself, learning the environment, learning the world, learning what you like, what you don't like. And then when you get to that stage, that's like, you know, you bud, you look good, like you know, everything starts to look good. Yeah. People start to look younger than they did when they was young.
I know.
You feel me? You look better. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like a lot of people don't look at ourselves like that, understand that there's a transformation. And if you embrace that, then you'll be all right. Some people burn out early. You feel me?
You know who I always thought like aged very gracefully, because she's just kept like herself together, her composure, how she carry herself? Angela Bassett. Oh my God. Yeah. I love her. I love her. And she plays in like one of my favorite shows right now.
What's she in?
911. It's on Fox.
I never heard of it.
It's actually really good. It's in its fourth or fifth season, but it's a really good show. Like, to see, that's how I don't even know what season it is. I just be waiting for it to come on.
Watching.
Yeah, it's very intriguing. It's a really good show. You definitely should watch it if you haven't watched it before. She does very great. It's about, like, you know, in LA, and there's kind of like this a fire department and the police department is just kind of showing everybody together and the different things that go on around, you know, the city.
Yeah.
It was a pretty good show. I like that show.
That can be very interesting because there's so many different scenarios.
And believe it or not, they were able to do that many seasons and have like each episode almost have like a different thing going on.
That's a lot.
And multiple things. Yeah. So it's a pretty good show. I actually really like it. And I also been watching. What else have I been watching? Oh, Chicago PD, Chicago Fire, and Chicago Med, and my Law and Orders.
You watching a lot of cop shows. Cops in law.
More so because I think it's like me more of like looking at the scenarios of what's going on, like the problem, and then like dealing with the cop shows. I love like you gotta figure out what's going on, and I like doing that. I mean, that's why I be watching the First 48, you know, every now and again when I really need a real you know, I watch that. And First 48, you guys have First 48 down here. Shit, I be watching it when it's down here too.
That motherfuckers be happening here, right?
It's like, oh, this is around the corner. Oh no. But I like things that mentally
stimulate.
Yeah.
Well, you know it's a good show. I was gonna mention it earlier.
What?
Designated Survivor. You ever heard of that?
Is it with Keith Sutherland?
I don't know names.
Is he an older actor?
He's older, but he plays the president. And basically, it's I was bringing it up because it was in D.C. It's basically a show. It starts out with a designated survivor is when they have everybody in one place. Like when they have the president, the vice president, the House of Representatives, Speaker, everybody is at one meeting. So they have a designated survivor, somebody who can't go to the meeting just in case something happened to all of them.
Oh, while they're there. Got you.
So when this dude is just like he was some regular Joe Schmo dude, and being a designated survivor is normally a punishment because that means you don't get to go to the party, which is, you know, you're not getting to go there with the president and everybody speaking. So, but they ended up blowing up the whole, that whole thing where the Senate used to be. Mm-hmm. So he ends up becoming the president. And this nigga knows nothing about presidency, nothing. He was wearing a goddamn, like a zip-up hoodie when this happened. And he automatically becomes the president. and there was no more House of Representatives. There was no more Senate. There was no more president, vice president, none of that. They all died together.
That's crazy.
The show is fire because then it shows him having to transition into the job. And it deals with mental health, too, because he even has to go to therapy at some point because I don't want to give it away, but at one point, I'll give you this part. Mm-hmm. His wife ends up dying at some point.
Oh, yeah.
And it's hard for him to... He wouldn't deal with it. Like, he just kept on trying to get around it and still run the country. But then he had gained like a sense of not wanting to lose anything. So basically, he wouldn't do anything drastic with the country when we needed him to. And
for fear of losing.
Yeah, losing soldiers, he just didn't want nobody to die no more. And he had to explain to his kids, we woke his daughter up. It was just crazy. Like, it's a really good show because it's a lot of people. It's a lot behind who blew up the whole Senate, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And it just has a lot of twists and turns. That shit is so good. I'm telling you.
Ooh, a psychological thriller. Sounds like, I like that. I love
those. It's on Netflix, Designated Survivor.
Okay. I'm definitely going to look that up. And you guys should too, because that sounds like a good ass show to watch.
Really
binge watch. I love binge watching.
They got 3 seasons.
And it's 3 seasons.
It's
okay.
Like
so it must be really good then.
It's like 20 episodes each season. It's crazy. It's a lot of shows.
Did you say 20?
Like 20.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of watching.
Yeah.
Which is fine because I like sitting and watching TV.
I do too. And I go hard when I watch something.
So do I.
I can't stop watching that thing.
Because it takes me I don't know, sometimes it takes me maybe, depending on how many episodes and how many seasons it may have, could take me from maybe one day to maybe a week.
I be knocking them out like that.
Yeah. I don't, and people be like, when I sit in my local bar, they be like, what are you doing over here? Are you watching TV? But I be watching TV and I be like working at the same time. So they're asking me about what I'm watching. I'm telling them what I'm watching. They be like, you, how you even know what's going on? And so I let them read the synopsis because I'm like, I'm just listening. Like I can hear. Most of the time I'm listening, but like also when it's loud, I read it too. So most of the time I'm not even like really looking. Like I'll look up it, but I'm reading every little bit. I just need to look up to see who's the person talking so I can read it. So I love reading. Like I love reading subtitles. I don't know why, but I just love to read subtitles.
That's kind of crazy. I never heard of that, but that's good. Shit, as long as you're enjoying it.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I don't know. Maybe because I like to read, period. So maybe that just plays a part in it because I also like to watch TV too. So watching and reading at the same time is just like, oh, I just love it. My son is always like, why do you have the subtitles on?
I'm reading.
Right, because I'm reading it too, okay?
Chill out.
So, that's just kind of how I keep myself going. Like, I just kind of do my own thing. I don't really... when I'm back home, most people notice that I tend to be by myself. Right. So like I don't really do too much. Ooh, girl. I love that fan.
Don't do that. Go ahead. All right.
I love that fan. That fan is real bomb. I know that's right, girl.
It's all right.
That's a cute fan.
Nah, it is. It's nice.
So... But yeah, no, it's just, that's just the way I keep myself
together. One of my favorite movies is all subtitles, which is City of God.
City of God.
Yeah, you never seen that? Oh, you gotta watch it. It's set in Brazil, and it's just about these. It's just about some shit in Brazil. Honestly, you need to just watch it, and it's all subtitles because they speak in Brazil. But honestly. It's like I've seen it so many times that now I don't read the subtitles. I can just look at them. I know what we're talking about. You get what I'm saying? Because I know what's going on. Like, but that's the only movie one of the only movies I ever watched that was just in a total another language, and I love it. It's all subtitles and it's dope.
You said it's a horror movie?
No, it's like the hood in Brazil. It's a bunch of hood kids.
Okay.
It's like,
I don't know. I've been thinking about horror movies a lot because, I already that's my favorite genre. But, Halloween's coming up.
So I heard that movie Smile is it out yet or something? Yeah, I think it's out now. Right?
I haven't seen it yet. I want to. I have to sit down and watch Halloween, and I gotta see the ending.
I heard the somebody was telling me like the promo for Smile was unique. Like basically what they was doing was say these basketball games, these regular games, they had the real characters sitting in the audiences of these games, like just so when the guy's commentating, they'll be right in the back, like just with the face on, just looking. So you watching the game and you'll see someone in the background like that movie. You know what I'm saying? But these are real games.
Wow.
So that's how they was like promoting it.
Wow, that's so creepy.
That's scary, right? Imagine you at home and you watching and someone's looking in the camera at you. You're like, what the fuck?
I know. Thought you was crazy for a second, seeing crazy shit. Oh, that is so dope. Oh my God, that's good.
They had the real characters doing it, like sitting in the audience.
That's dope. Like, very smart.
With that crazy face on.
Very smart.
That is smart.
Yeah, Halloween is like one of my favorite holiday. Well, okay, so it's not a holiday, but I like to dress up. I like the funness in it. I don't feel like it's a bad thing. People make it bad, but
you have a costume.
I had several costumes.
You have several.
Yes, I had several costumes. But my favorite event that I'm about to do next week, it's I'm going to Disney World. I'm going to the not so scary Mickey party. So I'm very excited.
So scary? What
Mickey party.
So scary, but not really.
No, it's not going to be scary at all. It's Disney World. They're going to have babies there and stuff like that. But it's like more of like their special event where they do like certain things, like have certain photo ops, certain treats, you know.
Don't they have a scary thing in there though?
Yeah, it's called the Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, it's something I don't know.
Yeah, it's called the Haunted Mansion, but it's so dope. I love the Haunted Mansion ride. And then, we're going to Universal's Fright Fest too. Oh. So we won't see what that's about. I can't wait to go. And
that sounds like fun.
Get a little scared. Yeah, I love Halloween. Even down to the scary houses, the haunted houses. I
went through one of those, and actually, when I was staying in Baltimore, it's the only time I actually went to a haunted house, and it was like, I don't know if it was like driving towards Pennsylvania though. It was like in the middle of the woods. It
could be Bennett's Curse, maybe.
I don't know. You actually walking through it's a house. It's not a house. It's like a cabin
or a field of screams.
Yeah, it's a field. It's a field. You
could
walk
be
through the field.
Of screams.
You walk through the field, and you go inside, and you come back out, and you walking through the field again, and these things are jumping out at you, and it's just a bunch of scariness. But it's either on the border of Maryland, between Maryland and Pennsylvania. It's like in the middle of nowhere.
Scary.
Nice. Yeah, I
my mom hates. She doesn't like anything scary, but I love scary stuff. I'm the only person who will go to like a haunted house and all that and whatnot in my family. Nobody else really cares to do that. No. Shoot, I even several people who like tried to take me on a date. I've told them like we can go to a haunted house and niggas be like, "Oh no, I ain't trying to scream." Like. But I like stuff like that. Scary. Yes, I like stuff like that. I like going and doing all that stuff. I don't know what it is. Just like when I get on a roller coaster, I don't know if it's the adrenaline rush or what that comes from. Like,
I like roller coasters a lot too, and I think it's just like you said, it's the adrenaline.
Yeah,
it's the fear a little bit.
Yeah,
if it's boring, then boring. I guess is just not scary. Like, I like it when it looks like something bad gonna happen.
Okay.
But I haven't been on it in a long time because bad shit has been happening.
On the roller coasters?
Not roller coasters, but rides, period.
Yeah.
Like, people are dying.
I've taken a hiatus from roller coasters. I had a moment on one, and I just think I need to take a... Man. I don't even know. Oh, yeah, listening to my son and my cousin. They was on a roller coaster with me, and normally when I'm also, mind you, let me let everybody know I'm kind of afraid of heights, so I'm okay when I'm strapped in and all this extra stuff. It's just I can't not watch me going down a hill. Does that make sense? Like I just can't watch me free falling down some way.
Right.
And so normally I'll shut my eyes on the first hump, and then the rest of it I'm fine. Little buddy, my baby, decides to challenge me, and so me being like, all right, I got you. I'm gonna keep my eyes open, man. Halfway down that hill, I done passed out. They done snapped a picture. The picture was snapped of me. All of that. It was so horrible. It was so horrible. And you see a picture? Yes.
You bought the picture?
Yes. Oh, my cousin bought the picture.
Yeah.
It was a part of his package thing. So of course he buys all of the pictures that we've taken on roller coasters and stuff. But after that one, I was kind of done. I was like, no.
How you passed out?
I don't know. I think it was just just looking at the, like, going, like I said, I normally
going down.
Yeah, I normally keep my eyes closed the first time, like the first hump. But this, I kept my eyes open and I saw me falling, and it was just, that was just it. That was it.
That is so funny.
Yeah, he thought it was funny too.
That sounds funny. I'd have been.
You could see him laughing in the picture.
I would have been. I'd have been dying.
He was laughing in the picture. No, are you looking at me with no concern, no nothing? He is laughing because I'm out, and then I finally come to, of course. But it's like, no, we're not doing this again.
So you was out for the whole ride, or
no? Maybe I guess for like a good couple of seconds. It was only a good couple of seconds, but you can definitely see where I went like this, and then I finally like got myself together and came back up, and by then it was like the end of the ride. So I didn't really get to enjoy that ride at all, but they enjoyed the hell out of that ride.
I bet they did. That sounds funny.
I'll never again.
I seen videos where people that passed out 3 times. Nigga pass out, wake up, see still on the ride, pass out again. That's just crazy.
That's a real thing. Like, there's a ride, Kings Dominion. They got their Fright Fest stuff going on too. If you're looking for anything, during the Halloween week to do. They have this ride if you're a roller coaster enthusiast, because that's what my cousin is and my son is. That's why we travel all around the country. They travel to different amusement parks to ride roller coasters.
Right.
They have this one called an Intimidator. It gets pretty,
Intimidator.
Yeah, I think it goes like 180 miles an hour.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so it's like, it's really fast. But I mean, it's a good roller coaster or whatever. Just, be aware that it's a possibility, because I've seen people, not just me, but I've seen other people pass out on that ride too.
180. I would love that.
Would you?
Yeah. What?
Oh no, I only like, I think as I got older, my anxiety and all that extra stuff has like picked up even more than back when I was younger. Because back when I was younger, I didn't have no problem, but now I don't know, it just worries me a little bit too when I get on there. Yeah, because like you said, you see a lot of things happening in the news with these roller coasters, and then like I said, on top of that, I'm a little afraid of heights, so I'm afraid of falling. I'm okay with kind of getting up there, but it's the looking over and seeing the distance from me in the ground. That's what fucks me up.
See, and that would bother me only because it's like, now that there's that possibility that we could fall because of all these things that's been happening, I probably won't be able to enjoy the ride because I'm going to be thinking the whole time, like, this is going to fall. Before, I used to not have no worry about falling. It was just having fun. But now I'm sitting there like, I'll be sitting there thinking, I know I'll be worried, like, oh, is this shit going to fall apart like all the other ones?
Okay.
Is my thing going to fly up? Like, damn.
And my son loves sitting in the front. He's a front rider, so he loves to sit in the front. Yes, and I'll be looking at him like, can we just sit in the middle? I don't care.
Let's get in between some people.
Yeah, we can sit in the middle. I'll be fine. But no, he likes to sit in the front, so I tend to opt out most of the time because, like I said, at this point, like I don't know if my little heart can't take it, but my mind be racing too. So yeah, I don't need to be getting off there looking crazy anymore because that was the last time. That was it.
I definitely feel you on that.
So, as he gets older, I hope he is able to like sustain that wanting to get on roller coasters and things like that. Like my cousin, he still loves getting on roller coasters.
He's still with the shit.
And he's older than me, but now I'm mellowing out. Like it's more and more. Yeah, it's more and more like, I don't know if I want to get on this unless it's like a kiddie ride. Like something that's not about to make my heart jump out my chest.
Right. No, I feel you.
So.
I feel you.
Yeah, and that's what we about to do in the next couple of
about to.
weeks.
So you gonna get on the rides? I mean, it's Disney.
Well, it's Universal too, so they don't really have like rides like that.
They don't have those type of rides.
They have rides, but not like, oh my god, like in a real amusement park, like Kings Dominion or they don't really have those types of rides, but they're rides though.
Okay.
So yeah, it's gonna be fun. As long as I don't gotta get on the roller coasters, I think I'll be all right. We only gonna be down there for like 2 days.
I mean, the amusement park is fun regardless. So
yeah, when you want to spend some money on the games, because I mean that's kind of all you got.
Fact.
Other than roller coasters, spending your hard-earned money on the games,
trying to get prizes and stuff.
Yeah, that you most of the time never win.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then we were just talking about the mental health and how it's fucking with us because we got to pay all these bills. And I'm not about to go to the music park and spend money on a game I know I ain't gonna fucking win.
Right.
Like, no, I'm not doing that to myself.
This is fun. The kids be like, "This is fun." You're like, "No, it's not."
Yeah, no, it's not.
This is not
like
fun at all.
I'm $20 down. Okay, like win something. So
please hurry up.
I'm excited for that. I need a break. I've had a very excruciating like couple of weeks from like my photo shoots down to like doing all the extra stuff. So I need a mental break. And I'm learning how to stop working so much and take those.
Yeah, that's very much needed.
Because you can definitely become overwhelmed. I know I was becoming overwhelmed. And I'm learning how to use my calendar more. So I'm trying to like, get more adult, get more situated, more organized. Like, instead of like trying to remember and going through DMs, like back and forth through DMs with people.
Oh yeah, I'm doing that now too.
Using my calendar because I think that'll help me out a lot more from stressing when I'm trying to remember how I got this or what day I got this. I
definitely started putting everything on the calendar.
Yeah, like it's about that time. Like I'm not as young as I used to be, so I don't be remembering as much as I should have.
I also think we got a lot more going on, so
that's facts too.
And things are popping up. Like, oh, I got to do this Saturday. I got to do this on Thursday. This is happening Friday. Like, it's a lot more than just remembering, hey, we do this every Friday.
Facts.
We do this every Monday. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Nothing's repetitive like it used to be. It's just a whole bunch of all over the place. Oh, I got a photo shoot on the 3rd. I got to do this on the 10th. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, and I'm starting to use my calendar, too.
That's good.
Because I'll be forgetting. I'll be like, damn, I forgot I had to do that today.
Exactly. And I'm tired of, like, double booking. And I'm just trying to become, like, more organized and steady.
Yeah.
So that I can have like whatever free time I do have, I'll know and I can use that time to do like, more of my hobbies.
Right.
Cause I like creating and stuff. Now, yeah, you know what I mean? And it's just a lot. It's very hectic. So as I'm coming up in my age, I'm becoming more and more like, I don't know, I guess I'm transitioning. And then like the energies from the universe and all that stuff, the transitioning, it's been like really good. Like I've been feeling very great about like how everything is moving.
That's good.
So
that must mean that you're going in the right direction.
Yeah.
For
real. I'm feeling uncomfortable, but I'm comfortable with being uncomfortable.
And that's the key.
Yeah. So
because if you too comfortable, then you ain't progressing.
Yeah, I feel like that, but I feel like as I'm progressing, I'm also like it's also mellowing out to being more of an easier path for me, if that makes sense. As far as like the things that I'm doing is more aligned with where I guess my path may be going, because everything is kind of because it's becoming more smooth and more easy to transition into doing certain things and dealing with certain things. So I'm kind of like enjoying my time right now and just being.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank
man.
you. And I hope everybody else out there is like, you know, okay and coming and doing what they want to do and not dealing with things that bother them, give them negative vibes, energies. I just hope that, you know, you stay peaceful.
Right.
And love yourself enough to want to keep that peace.
Facts.
Because, and set boundaries. Like, it's okay to tell people like, nah, I'm good, or, you know, protect whatever you got going on, because at the end of the day, you got to deal with you.
Facts.
Okay. And there are a lot of people out there who, yeah, they looking at you like, oh, you're a nice person, this, that, and third, but they're okay with taking from you and not realizing that taking from you may be like literally like taking your energies and all of that and draining you and not giving a fuck. So just kind of be mindful of your space and your energies and who you let around you, because trust me, it's gonna make you feel a lot better when you kind of cut those people out.
That's a fact.
Yeah, like it's less tiresome, it's less everything.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Okay, so, and thank you guys for tuning in with me and hanging out with me and Rich.
Hey.
And we'll definitely talk again soon, okay?
Love y'all.
You are now tuned in to Black Ink Radio. Turn up the hottest station.